It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in this video, I want to talk about the new solar skins that have been just announced for Faceless, Martha, and Dante, and this is for the Facebook version of the game. If this is the first time that you're joining me on my YouTube channel, I do a lot of educational and informational YouTube videos about Facebook Hero Wars and Herowarsmobile on iOS and Android, and I do mostly focused for new players, but I like to be informative, and I like to bring content and news and all that as well. So if this sounds like somebody like you, please consider subscribing. Leave a like on the video if you find this video interesting and helpful at all. It helps get my videos in front of other new players just like yourself. So here in a couple of hours, we're going to have the Summer Festival go live on the Facebook platform. Summer Festival will be on mobile later on this year. I'm not sure exactly when. Just as a point of context, the Summer Festival on Facebook last year was in July. So who knows when they're going to do this Summer Festival on mobile. But along with the event comes a Dante rework, which I've already done a video about. That video published earlier. Link to that video in the description box down below. But they also added 3 new skins, as they tend to do with events like this. And I wanted to quickly give you a hot take on the 3 skins and what I feel about the 3 skins, where I feel that you should spend your money if you're planning on buying them, or resources if you have the skin stones. So we do have the information. We don't have anything. I mean, I've got this screenshot here that I've got on the screen here. I hope it's good enough to take a look at, how they look. And of course, by now you've seen the Hero Wars teaser video about Summer Festival talking about the 3 new skins. But let's get into what the skins are. So first of all, let's talk about Faceless, as it's the most important to me. I have a pretty strong Kark team, and using Faceless, and this is Faceless's 4th skin, and it's, in my opinion, the coolest looking skin of the 4. It's a nice white and gold skin. In my opinion, the solar skins are some of the best, most well-designed skins in the game, but I really like the look of this skin. And this skin is a magic attack skin. So whether or not you should get this skin for your team, for your Faceless, is all going to depend on the rest of your team. My team in particular, I want my Faceless to copy my Kark. And Kark's copied ability is, it doesn't do any damage in itself, so it's really not that important to, to have a stat bonus. So the magic attack bonus from this skin is less important to me overall. Now, with that being said, Faceless's abilities do rely a little bit on physical attack, and so his doppelganger, his ultimate ability, does not rely on it does rely on magical attack if it copies a magical ability. So in that regard, if you're trying to copy magical abilities with your Faceless, then this skin is going to be very important. However, his power throw, which is an effective ability and one that does stack with Kark's toss-up, does use magic attack. His chain lightning also does magic attack. So 2 of his 4 skills rely on magic attack. So in that regard, it is very nice to have this additional skin. So I will personally be buying this skin. It's not going to be as necessary as some of the other skins for a Kark team. I would probably still focus on health first, and then maybe intelligence before I would buy, yet another magic attack skin. And of course, it is what it is. It is what it is. You want to use the bonus attack for the ability that you're trying to have your Faceless copy, be it physical or magic attack. So on to Martha. Now, Martha was teased at having a young Martha skin as early as October of last year. I believe Alex mentioned it during a live stream that there would be a young Martha skin sometime in the spring or summer, and they delivered. And Martha's skin is a health skin. Now, when it all comes down to it, for support healer type heroes, health is probably the most important stat. Health, and then armor, and then magic defense. Those stats to keep your heroes alive. Magic attack is important for healing, but I don't feel as though Martha is lacking in healing. I don't think Martha needs more magic attack in order to be effective. I think the health skin on Martha is incredibly important, especially considering the prevalence of cleavers. This will have an adverse effect against other Kark teams. Lots of longevity behind having an additional health skin for Martha. So I think that I would buy this skin if Martha is in my main team, and currently Martha is in my quote-unquote Bob team, my Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, Faceless, Martha. However, I think I'm transitioning away from that team a little bit, so I don't know that I will actually be investing in this skin now. I think I'll be spending my intelligent skin stones on Faceless instead of Martha, at least in this instance. And then finally, we have Dante's new solar skin, which I think looks really cool as well. On the heels of Dante's rework, which I did a video on, a first look video on it just a little while ago. So check that out if you haven't yet. Interesting bit of rework for him. But one of the things that Dante gained with this rework is an armor penetration glyph, as well as this new armor penetration skin. Now, it goes without saying that if any of these heroes are on your main team, that you should consider investing in these additional skins. If you have all other skins for these heroes on your main team. However, if Dante is in your main team now or is planning on being in your main team, I think the armor penetration skin is the most important of his three. I think that his dodge stat is very important for his new retribution ability, which is a nice, fantastic counterattack when he dodges. However, I think that having armor penetration to increase that damage output is just as, if not more important, depending on who else you have in your team. So just as a quick recap, a nice little, button up for all of these skins. If these heroes are on your main team and you have all other skins for your main team, yes, you should invest in these skins. However, I think the more important ones are going to be Martha Health overall, because Martha will always find a home in your top 5 or maybe even your top 10 for sure. If you're using Faceless in certain teams, you're going to want that Faceless Magic Attack skin. If you're using him in your Kark team, I think it's less important. It's a very cool looking skin, and I'll absolutely be buying it myself, but I think it's less important. But if Dante is going to be a damage dealer, a hitter, whatever you end up using him for in your main team, then you absolutely need to get that armor penetration solar skin today. And they all look cool, so it's not going to be a waste if looking cool is your thing. So I hope that you are having a good time with the summer festival. It is probably the top 3 biggest events of the year in Hero Wars Facebook. I'm probably going to be spending a couple of bucks on this event. I hope you guys are too. Support the channel. Support the game. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what skin you're going to buy, and take it one step further and let me know what team you guys are using. That would be really awesome to chat with you guys about your teams and how you're planning on using these skins, and maybe even planning on using Dante in a new team. I'd love to hear some cool Dante teams. Love to hear that. So yeah, let's wrap the video up here. I have a summer festival video coming soon. Be on the lookout for the mini game. They always hide a mini game in these big events, so try to find that mini game if you haven't already. I love you all, and good luck in Dominion.